7:19 on this Friday morning edition of Tennessee Valley this morning, and look who's here. 69 degrees, by the way. Rob and Ryan are back.
I would like to say the highest rated.
The highest rated?
Well, Mincy, the good folks can't see Mincy back there.
Staring at
Alan
us.
Mincy sitting over there
And
watching,
he said
making
one
funny
of
faces.
the highest rated Cleveland TV shows. And Mincy,
Not true.
the highest.
The highest.
The other highest rated is probably the shopping channel.
When
I don't
this
know.
comes on, this is the truth. When we come on at roughly 7:15, your viewership goes from 4
It doubles.
to 8.
It does.
right.
I knew that. See.
8 people. We got
It's
5 in this
astounding.
room.
That's so we may break 9 today.
We could. We
We're out of
could.
Count
control.
guests.
Especially since Michelle was on earlier.
That guy, that patriotic guy that was sitting in Slinky's chair a minute ago, he loves it.
I felt like I needed a flag tie as well.
Yeah, it's true.
We've got 4 shows. They're here to talk about the Lights, Camera, Cleveland, preview what's coming up.
Nobody
I don't know why they're
Talking,
here.
and I've got to get on topic. I've got to get focused here. But first, I want to talk about an event last night. No, it wasn't CBC. You were there, I know. But
Was it the meteor shower?
You went from there, and I guess both of
did.
you were
You
at
know,
the Operation Christmas Child.
You and I went to the grand opening of CBC
We did.
for a few minutes. All of the
Good food.
yeah, the food was fantastic. And then I went to and the Slinky was there too. We had the grand opening of Operation Christmas Child
The
kickoff.
launch for the
So
season.
let us just say this: we love movies, but one thing we love more than movies is taking care of little kids all around the world. So start packing your shoe boxes now and be ready, because in November I'm going to be back on this show,
We're gonna
and
talk
I'm going to
about
be
it.
telling you it's time to bring your shoe boxes. I don't want you to be like, what?
And you're going to bring a shoebox and tell us what to put in it. Show us how to wrap it and all that.
That-
good
yeah,
stuff.
we
And
show
if
you all that stuff.
If you don't have a shoe box, what you need to do
Go
is
buy a pair of
go
shoes.
buy a pair of shoes for me.
That's fair.
And then fill the box.
I wear like a
and-
12 and a half. I
Okay.
prefer Skechers.
Yeah, Skechers are
He
good.
does prefer Skechers.
And now that
Keeps it classy, America.
I've said that, and so now they'll send me shoes because I've name dropped them on the air.
All right, we've gotten that commercial out of the way, and we want the community.
Was
and
he
it always
upset by that?
does.
You looked a
Start
little
getting
upset
your-
today. Don't say Skechers.
No, I love Skechers. I got a pair of
He
Skechers.
loves Skechers.
I had my Skechers on at the,
Everybody loves Skechers more than they admit.
I had my Skechers on last night at the workout.
It's just when you see people in Skechers, it's kind of like, haha, Skechers.
By the way, the first workout of the season for me is wellness started again last night. I got up this
Really?
morning. I could hardly move.
Are you kidding me?
But I'm slowly getting back in the groove.
That's fair.
Yeah. But anyway, Operation Christmas Child, you'll hear more about that. But this weekend we have 4 new movies coming out. Are any of them worth looking at?
You know, we think one might
We
be.
think there is one. There is a diamond.
One
in
out
the
of
rough.
4.
That's
That's
right. But let's start with one of the pieces of coal. One
Sure.
of the. It's not a diamond.
Let's start with Shark Night 3D.
Yeah, this is like Dan Howell's nightmare. You love movies with animals.
Yeah, but
Okay, this is a movie with tons of animals. The difference is they're all trying to bite you in 3D.
there are no monkeys in it.
That's right.
monkeys.
They're coming out of the screen at you with
Yeah,
their
here's the
chompers.
deal. It's the story of a bunch of kids that go and get in their bikinis and swim around a lake until the sharks start eating them.
The shark is in the lake?
All the sharks. Sharks.
I didn't
Plural.
know sharks went into the lake.
And it's like
They knew in this
Louisiana
movie.
or
Of
something.
course, it's a movie.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, the show is going to be a bunch of teenagers making out, riding on a boat, and then getting eaten.
A
by
lot
sharks.
of blood
Yeah.
and guts.
So I'm not even saying this movie won't be fun at times,
No, and
but it's not going to be good.
Needless to say, my wife has decided that she would put up with the 3D to see this film.
I'm sure that
Really?
that's true.
Yeah.
Do you
So is
remember
that
all
the-
those movies like Piranha
Oh, yeah.
and Killer Bees
Oh,
and
yeah.
Alligator?
Right.
It's sort of like that movie, those movies, that movie. It really is that movie.
So it's
It's
okay.
sort of like that sort of movie. Sort of like that.
With a different
sort of
animal.
movie.
If you take Jaws and remove everything that's good,
Right.
and then make it 3D,
Take all the plot out. All the plot, all the good acting. You insert a bunch of half-naked teenagers that are like just there for no reason.
Yeah.
That's going to be Shark Night 3D.
So I assume this is like a lump of coal.
This is
not-
like
not
a
dime.
coal.
Steve Hartline buffet. All right? Hartline is going to go and watch this film and just popcorn.
Steve Hartline is watching right now. and
popcorn.
he just went on the air to tell people how crazy
Here's
you are.
film number 2 is 11 days. Is it 11 days? in Utopia?
7 days.
7 days in Utopia.
7, 11. Maybe.
Every few years, the movie world
still
feels
feels like
the
an
need
eternity when
to.
you watch it on
It's
screen.
true. The movie world feels the need to throw a golf movie at us, like we all love golf.
And for some reason, golf movies are always deep.
You know what I mean?
profound.
Right, and that's because the
Kevin
upper
Costner?
upper crust white businessmen who play golf want to feel like they need to go to the movies once a year.
Right.
Okay.
This is like the like water for elephants, except it's golf.
Right. And this is sort of like that film Tin Cup, but without all the funny, I'm sorry to say it, cursing and stuff that Kevin Costner did in Tin Cup.
What was the first golf movie with the groundhog?
Oh, that doesn't count. Caddyshack doesn't count as a golf movie.
That's not a golf movie.
No, Dan.
Okay.
Daniel.
Well, it involved
Daniel.
golf. It involved golf. That's all.
No.
What's interesting though is, did you notice the part of the movie he remembered was the talking animal?
That's right. You remember the talking
the one with the talking gopher.
Yeah, that's right. Here's the deal.
I'm an animal lover.
This is
What can
about
I
this film. This film is about a golfer who loses his golf swing in the middle of a championship, and him and his dad part ways. They're angry at each other, and then he crashes his car in the middle of nowhere, and he is saved by a kind rancher named Robert Duvall, who takes him to a small town. And he gets his golf swing back, and I'm sure he reunites with his dad later.
Oh, yeah.
In a very touching scene.
Typical
The
formula
only
movie.
thing this film is missing is late 80s, early 90s Kevin Costner. That's the only thing it's missing.
Yeah.
It is basically the plot of Doc Hollywood. Do you remember Doc
Yes, I
Hollywood?
do.
It's Doc Hollywood, but with golf. We need to move to the next one.
Okay. So that one goes.
I give it a hate. Oh, you got something to say?
No, apparently not.
No, go ahead.
No, we got to move to the
Well,
next
yeah,
one.
I'm trying to
Very
do this-
important we stay on
Look,
schedule.
early on, I said, we got a lot of movies to review. Dan said, let's talk about Operation Christmas Child. I was like, okay, I guess we will.
Apollo 18.
Well, first of all, the one you just talked about, the golf movie, is that a hate or a great?
No, it's a
That's
hate.
double hate.
Double hate.
Yeah.
Okay, don't go see it. Don't waste your money.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, go for it.
This one's Apollo 18.
Apollo 18.
This is a mockumentary. It's a fake documentary. It's one of the found footage formats. Thanks.
Did you know this whole table will
tearing
come
our
up?
table
Did you know this whole
apart.
table will
Look at
come apart if you want?
He's tearing the table apart.
I look at this.
Oh my goodness.
I look at this every
Joe,
week when
he's
we're
tearing
on
your
here.
table apart. The set's coming apart.
The show's coming apart. It's not just the set.
While he's
Apollo
tearing the table
18.
apart.
Apollo 18.
Apollo 18 is a fake. It's a fake found footage film that basically espouses on the idea. I just said espouse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The idea that we kept going to the moon, except we kept it secret. And the reason we
Right.
kept it secret is because there were evil critters or aliens there or something.
And they found the footage.
Yeah,
of
and
that
all
alien.
the trailers say the last 10 minutes will change your life.
So you know what? Release the last 10 minutes. Save us 2 hours.
Yeah. Or go see the good movie this week, The Debt, and then sneak in to see the last 10 minutes.
That's a good idea.
I know.
I assume Apollo 18 is not in the same genre
No,
as
it's
Apollo 13.
Hate.
No.
Hate.
Apollo
hate.
13 was
Yeah.
good. I
Apollo
enjoyed it.
18 is like Apollo 13, except with everything from Jaws removed.
It looks like the Blair Witch Project on the moon. It looks like the Blair Witch Project on the moon.
On the moon.
Okay.
That's what it
So
looks like.
I won't be seeing that either.
No.
The good
No.
movie.
The good
There
movie,
is one good movie.
good movie is called The Debt, starring Helen Mirren
The Debt.
Yes.
and Sam Worthington.
Yes.
And this is basically a film about Mossad agents during World War II.
Oh, I like that.
And they have some sort of mission involving some sort of doctor that they have to save or kill. You can't quite tell.
They don't want to tell you.
And this mission is
They're not
accomplished.
saving him. You can tell they're not saving him, but they're maybe supposed to be bringing him back alive.
And at the end of this mission, there's some sort of secret that they vow to keep, and so it's a flashback film about them in the late '90s, talking about what happened in World War II and trying to reconcile whatever this secret was that
Oh, I
they
remember.
vowed
I
to
saw
keep.
the trailer
Right.
and I'm like, I
This
wanna
film
see
was
this.
supposed to come out quite some time ago, and it actually got shelved for a few different reasons. None of them bad. Okay, there were just some decisions made on the part of the studio. Helen Mirren looks absolutely brilliant in this film. She is typically brilliant, but specifically in this film. And what's the name of the other guy?
She's
Sam
older?
Worthington?
No, but Sam Worthington. You want to talk about him for a second?
Well, Sam Worthington is the guy who he was the star of Avatar, and he's actually a pretty good little actor.
He sure is.
And say what you will about Avatar, he's pretty good, and he's playing one of the characters when they're young. And
Yeah. One of the things that makes this film very interesting is that Helen Mirren and Sam Worthington have the top billing on the film together. Okay? But what's interesting is she plays his girlfriend, but in the future.
Right.
And he plays her boyfriend, but in the past. And so they don't actually ever share any
screen at all.
screen time together.
Wow.
I will just say this. The trailers look great. The reviews that are coming out are good. It's not quite the Oscar contender that the studio wanted it to be, but I certainly think it's worth the full price of admission. Did you see the film that Eric Bana made years ago called Munich?
Didn't see that.
Did you see that film? That film, of course, was about the way that Israel, it was the true story of how Israel dealt with the terrorists
at the Olympics.
Okay? And it became more of a psychological piece. I think that's what this film's going to be
Okay, go
like.
see The Debt. We're out of time. Robin Ryan, thanks a lot for coming in.
No, thank you, Dan, for
always
having
look
us.
forward to
Thank you,
seeing you,
Dan.
having a few laughs.
Dan,
It's
have you been to
always fun.
lightscameracleveland.com yet?
I have.
Do you ever follow Lights Camera Cleveland at Lights Cam Cleve on Twitter?
Do not do Twitter.
Do you ever go to Facebook and
I
check
do.
us out at
Yeah, I
facebook.com/Lights
do all of that.
Cam
We're out of time. I got to go. They'll be back, and we'll do this again next Friday.
Do you ever have trouble closing your
Stay
show?
with us. We'll see you. Always.
Is there, you ever have difficulty saying goodbye?
Say bye-bye, everybody. We'll see you on
It's
Monday.
never goodbye.
Good.